you need a bone folder. And I decorated mine with my Stays On ink pad, so you're going to need a Stays On ink pad for sure, so that you can decorate your cute little bone folder and make it your own. And what you need is any of the shapes that we have, punches or dies, can be used for this. I haven't tried butterfly because the center of it seemed like it looked too small. I have the little mini clothespins that I use to help hold my things together. So once I get it done, I'll put a little clothespin on it to hold it, and I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to take one of your shapes. This is from the banner, the pennant die, the little doily, and you're going to just spritz it with some water very lightly, and take your bone folder and push it down in the center of it and start to twist. And as you twist, it will begin to make this little shape. And then to hold it into place, I will use my little mini clothespins to keep the shape on that. So that was the smaller one. This is the larger one. So to make your flower, you'll take one of your pennant doilies, and then you need 7 of the pieces that you've already smudged into these cute little things. Then you're going to take a glue gun, and I find that the hot melt glue gun works the best because the other ones cool down too quickly. So I used the hot melt, and then I'm just going to start to put these around the edge. Now, if you're not patient about letting these dry, you can use canned air to make it dry quicker. We came up with that idea from watching all those cute cooking shows where they use the canned air to make it make the candy dry quicker. And then you're going to take this, and the last one you're just going to push down into the center, and then just kind of push these all up. You're going to kind of stretch them, and when you're all done, you'll have a little flower. Now this isn't quite dry. It's not cooled down yet, so it's going to fall apart if I do any more messing with it. So let me just show you some different shapes and how you would do it. So this is our 3.5-inch circle die. You're all going to need this 3.5-inch circle die. It is so good for a bunch of different things, and especially for this. This is what I love. With cardstock, you're going to mist just a little bit more than the other one. So I've misted it. Don't mist all your pieces at the same time. You need to do them one at a time so that they don't get too dry in between. And again, just put your bone folder right into the center, and you can see how as I start to twist it, it will cause it to roll into a little cone. And then on mine that I did, because I didn't want this to be quite this tight, I went ahead and let it set, and it will kind of relax. This is what it looks like when you put it all together. There's, I believe, about 20 circles on this one, but you can let it relax a little bit more and have this. And I think these would be really lovely on a cute little Christmas tree or wedding decorations or something like that. There's that one. I thought to myself, okay, what would it look like if I used our tab punch? And so I decided, okay, we'll try it. So again, just right in the center, and then start smushing it around and getting it to go how you want it to go. And I think that's kind of a cool little petal. And this is what the flower looks like when it's done. Now I've taken a 1.5-inch by 3-inch strip and cut the little tiny slits with my finger and rolled it and then glued it. This one I glued to the back of a circle. So that's what it looks like if you use those. So when you're doing a flower that has petals, you're going to use your bone folder and roll the edge over. Now this would be a base. So the base actually goes like this so that it's standing on its little legs. And then you would take your pieces, you do 8 more of these, and take them and glue them to this base. But you want to make sure the petals go away from the actual flower. And I can show you that on this one so you can see how the petals curl away from it. This is the Fun Flowers die. And again, I've used a little bit thicker piece of strip of paper, a 1 inch by 6 inch for that center. So once you have the curl, these are probably the most difficult, this flower folds. And the reason why partially is because where that fold is, sometimes it scores through your paper, or it weakens it enough that it's a little bit harder. But the biggest thing is see how my fingers over here that are not holding the bone folder, I'm not really touching the top of the petals, and you don't want to. You want to keep your hands away from the petals, and that will give you a nice curl on your petals. So I'm not going to do the rest of these. If anybody wants to try it later, come find me. But I'll show you some of the fun things that I came up with. And this is the box that Sarah Douglas showed us at convention. And I added this little paper flower. And this is from the 3-part punch, the blossom punch. And then this is a wreath that I made with using the Fun Flowers die, and this is the flower, petal flower. What's it called? Flower bowls. Anyway, so there's that.